Have you ever been heartbroken? Have you ever experienced pain? Have you ever dealt with insecurities, abandonment, grief, and some form of abuse? Have you ever pleaded with God to help heal you, to take away the pain, to stop it from hurting? Then this blog is for you. Life will always have highs and lows. We will always find something good in the bad and learn that all that's good has a little bad. However, it is in these times where we learn that it is about how we go through it. For we know that the real winner in a race is not the one that's going fast, not the one that seems like they're winning, and not even the one who starts slow. It is all about the one who endures until the end. And if you can make it through hard trials, self-condemnation, persecution from others, you will find some form of victory. No matter what we do, we can find ourselves moving from trauma to triumph. Trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. Triumph is a great victory or achievement. We like to imagine that our pain is greater than someone else's. Often, people throw their pain out there to show that they have been through greater. I never been one to do this. I find that everything and anything someone go through is valid. We have to allow people to have their moment. Making them feel invalid or a form of not mattering will not make you feel better. Distress and disturbing experiences lead to trauma. It changes lives. People often, after heartbreak, grief, disappointments are never the same. Questions of reality, evidence of God comes into play. When you are facing moments of despair and what seems to be the darkest hour of your life, you have to remember that the process is never to destroy you, but to mold you, build you, grow you. Yes, change is necessary. I've had my share of disappointments. I've often cried on my face asking God why or to change a situation, finding myself with guilt and being ashamed, being a single mother, losing a job or two, failing in school, being sick, feeling alone, trouble with my finances. Shall I continue? And in those moments, I found out that my prayer life was needed. Two people could be experiencing the same thing. One could be telling and venting and speaking negativity all the day, and their situation stays the same. They find themselves trying to be healed temporarily with quick fixes. Then the other person is pleading with God, trusting Him, letting it go, giving it to Him. They somehow still find a smile and find their way on a journey to healing. I found myself needing to pray when I was good and when it was bad. It was the only way that I could make it through. Prayer releases you. When you are facing trouble, you need to be released, free. Where His Spirit is, there is liberty. Honestly, people would probably give themselves to God more if people shared their real journey. People like to share the triumph and keep the trauma. Apostle London Winters told me that people relate more when you share of yourself. That doesn't mean tell everything, because some stuff has to stay between you and God. What I'm saying though is, we cannot say we are living a perfect life knowing that we are imperfect beings. That sometimes life hurts, sometimes it gets confusing, and you can become frustrated. True deliverance happens when being open and honest with yourself. 2020 has been a crazy year, but I promise we will see the light. We will come to a place of victory. We will move from trauma to triumph. You have to recognize where you are to get where you need to be. You have to see yourself different and want to be different. Your expectation needs to measure with the belief of it being done. And no matter what your trauma is, you can have triumph. God wants us whole. He wants us free. He wants us to know what we aren't just meant to suffer in this life. Who said that? Who said that you had to stay in those dark moments? My apostle had a message he preached entitled, "How Long is the Night?" Trouble don't last always. You can win. I want you to win. More importantly, God has called you to win, to be in good health, to prosper even as your soul prosper, to be whole, to be free. Whom the Son has set free is free indeed. Jesus already did it. Tap in. Surrender your life, your pain, and your faith from trauma to triumph.